Look at that. Hey guys, AJ here back on the one for you. So guys, all these 304s are out here trying to be strong and independent.
I am woman, hear me roar, in numbers too big to ignore.
Clown world, right? And they're out on Instagram, on TikTok, or on OF, right? You know, because that's part of this whole female empowerment thing, right? And oftentimes you're like, yeah, I need to go to the DR or go to Turkey or go to Brazil and let some discount doctor they get this discount plastic surgery, right? And it looks awful, right? You know what I'm saying? And then they go on TikTok and whine, right? And guys, they actually think that it's gonna keep other girls from doing this. Nope, 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 right? And guys, I don't feel bad for them, because the one place you don't want to clip coupons is plastic surgery doctors. Absolutely insane. So guys, we're going to dumpster fire on TikTok. Look at some of these knuckleheaded broads whining about their plastic surgery regrets. But before we do, like, subscribe, and drop a comment. I have a second channel called 51304s. Check that out. I have a Discord. Go and join that. There's a playlist at the end, and let's get into this. Oh, guys, this chick right here, she's an actual 304, guys. She is an actual OF chick, right? Come on.
You tell her she's a goddamn whore.
Ready with me while I tell you about my horrific BBL story. So I've had 2 BBLs. For my first BBL, I did not have much money. I hadn't been doing OF for very long, and I had been hearing about these girls going to Turkey and getting them done for like half the price. So that's what I did. I found a clinic. They were easy to talk to and had good reviews. Like, the reviews were all excellent, which looking back is probably a red flag. And they were like one of those package deal places. Surgery, accommodation for 2 weeks was like all included in the price. So I arrived to the place and like their driver picks me up. We go to the hospital to meet the surgeon and the surgeon's not there. Searching for this guy for like an hour, and then so we end up going to the clinic and see if he's there. He's not there. It's a whole mess. And keep in mind that there's like a language barrier. The guy can barely speak English. So I really don't know what's going on. After like 4 hours, we find this guy. We start talking about what I want, like what my goals are. And he immediately shuts me down and says like, I don't have enough fat for the surgery. I gained like 10 kilos for their surgery. I know that I had enough fat. It was almost like he was setting me up for low expectations early on, so I didn't get disappointed. Anyway, surgery day comes along, like in the operating room. I kid you not, it was like everyone's worst nightmare. I was on the operating table getting surgery and I could literally feel everything. Basically, when you get lipo done for a BBL, they have this rod and they like stick it in you and it sucks out all the fat. I could literally feel that sucking the fat out of me. It was like this burning, the most excruciating pain I've felt ever. And I was paralyzed. I could not move. All I could feel is the like tears streaming down my face. Obviously didn't give me enough sedation because I felt everything and then I remembered everything after. I could literally hear them like gossiping while they were doing surgery on me. Where I must have passed out like from the pain or something, because the next thing I remember is waking up and knowing that something was not right. Woke up freezing cold, like my body was literally vibrating. I know theater rooms are cold, but I have had a few surgeries and I've never woken up like that. My body was not coping. I was projectile vomiting everywhere. I woke up lying on my butt, which like when you get a BBL, you're not meant to put any pressure on it for 6 weeks. Otherwise the fat cells will die. I was trying to tell the nurses, but they were like, no, it's fine. Like this is how we do it.
Look at that.
I was just stressing out thinking I've just paid all this money and now I'm getting ruined by sitting on my butt. So I always completely forget about this part because of just the trauma of the whole thing. But as I was getting discharged, a male nurse literally groped me while he's trying to dress me. This is like the next day after surgery, so I am like out of it. Luckily, like a female nurse walks in and he stops. He had to escort me to my car and he literally did it again in the elevator. I completely blocked this out of my memory until like 3 months after the surgery. Get to the hotel and the next day you have to do like these lymphatic massages. Go to take my garments off, like you have to wear these compression garments. I go to take them off and like my body literally looks the same. Like I still had my hip dips, I still had the fat. They just keep telling me like, oh, it's just swelling and you won't see the result until like blah, blah, blah. And I was kind of thinking to myself, like, maybe they're right, you know, like, I am not the expert. So I fly home literally first class because I don't want to lie on my butt. Even after the surgeon told me I could, I still didn't because I didn't want to affect my results. I was eating right. I was doing everything perfect. Within 2 months, like the fat that was transferred had gone. I later find out from my next surgeon, like if the fat isn't purified properly when it's taken out, it will die. So I see my next surgeon about a year later for a second BBL. And he told me that they had just taken chunks out of my back. Like it was so uneven. He could not
Look at that. Damn.
believe that I woke up lying on my butt. I meant to wake up face down after the surgery. A lot of clinics from Turkey actually steal his photos. But I love my results now. Shout out to Kim. So please don't ever go to Turkey and get a BBL. I don't care how good the clinic looks, it's just not worth it. I'm actually thinking about making my hair darker tomorrow. What do you think? Get ready.
Look at that, guys. Look at that.
You stupid woman!
Clown world. Why would you go to Turkey, right? It's bad enough that people go to the DR. Guys, I don't speak Spanish, right? Well, first of all, strike one, that she's trying to get cheap surgery, right? Strike two, she's going to Turkey, right? And strike three, she went back to get another BBL, Clown World. Now, guys, let's just say she went to the DR. Guys, you can at least fumble your way through Spanish a lot easier than Arabic or Turkish. You know what I'm saying? What is going on? She's lucky to be alive, honestly. You know? And guys, or she's lucky because how much you want to bet that she flew there on her own? She's lucky that they didn't kidnap her, right? All of this so she can be an OF chick, right?
Y'all want to ask me what I'm doing? I'm outside hoeing.
Clown World, right?
I work at hoeing. Y'all want to know what company I work at? I work at hoeing.
The tattoos on her hands, the bull ring in her nose, the lip fillers. Guys, this is like the Street Fighter Alpha 2 Akuma mode of 304. Hey guys, she has 395 comments. I mean, I don't care. It's all these chicks saying that they would never do the same thing, but we know they're going to, right? Guys are hashtags. Hashtag BBL. Hashtag BBL recovery clown world.
I'm here to tell you, if you think you want a BBL, no you don't. No you don't. This is the worst pain of my life. I've been leaking blood and pus for 5 days.
Ugh.
It's excruciating. I can't even tell you the half. Booty's looking fat. Don't get me wrong.
Look at that!
But fuck.
Look at that, guys. The tattoos on her face, right? You see those? And of course, they can't just say don't do it, guys. They always have to double down in some ways. See, guys will make a mistake and like, don't do it. But of course, she's like, don't. It hurts. It hurts. It looks good though, right? Absolute moron.
You stupid woman!
Clown world, right? Guys, there's more chicks that are, passing away because of this surgery right here. And it's supposed to be one of the safest. But you have all these discount doctors and all these people, conning these girls into coming in. I wouldn't even say conning. They're doing it on purpose, right? All these discount doctors advertising. These chicks are dumb enough to actually go in and do it, right? You got just 4,982 comments. Someone says, every single person that I've seen get a BBL says this, that it ain't worth it. That's wild. I'm so sorry that you're going through this. Someone says, I had a BBL in November. It's hands down the worst pain ever. I've had 3 babies without an epidural, completely natural, and it tops that. Look at that. Someone says they normalize these procedures like there's no serious complications. Be safe. This guy says, my friend's wife died having this procedure. She was only 44, left 3 kids. Look. And of course, you have this knuckleheaded beat up. Guys, I'm in 1 year after my BBL. I would do it again. It's so worth it. Don't listen to anyone. It's so worth it. Disgusting. Guys, there are hashtags. Hashtag BBL journey. Hashtag BBL recovery. Hashtag BBL clown world. Guys. Of course. I have to translate, right?
Silly Jedi. Silly Jedi.
This is gonna be part 2 of my horrible BBL experience in Miami. I was gonna wait to do the part 2, but fuck it, we're here, let's talk about it. So in part 1, if you didn't watch it, go watch it. In part 1, the last thing I had said was that I went in the surgery room and it looked like it was from a fucking scary movie. So pretty much I went in, none of the nurses spoke to me. It was about 4 nurses. None of them said hi, nothing. I don't know why, but just based off like other girls that have gotten surgery that I've seen on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok, I always thought like everyone was gonna be so sweet and I was just gonna have such a good experience, and that's not what happened. So they laid me down and one of the nurses actually had her chin wrapped. She had just got chin lipo. I was like, this is so fucking unserious. So basically I lay down and one of the nurses, she tells me to give her my hand because she was going to put the IV. I was like, okay, cool. Give her my hand. The girl with the chin wrap, she ends up telling me like, hey, everything's gonna be okay. This was the first time in the entire process that someone acknowledged that I was nervous, that I was getting surgery, and that this is a fucking big deal. Y'all, I keep having to spray this shit because my fucking hair is dry as hell. So anyways, she tells me, hey, everything's gonna be okay. I'm gonna put this mask on your face and pretty much you're just gonna breathe in. While she's telling me that, the girl that's doing my IV, she injects me and she's injecting me with something that fucking burns. So I remember telling the girl that was doing the IV that whatever she was putting in my arm was burning really bad. And I just remember saying like, it burns, it burns, it burns, it burns. And she didn't say anything.
Look at that.
The girl to my left with the chin wrap, she is basically just trying to calm me down. She's like, it's okay, it's okay. She spoke Spanish, so she's like, it's okay, just breathe in. And I remember looking up at the light in the surgery place, and then next thing you know, I'm out of it. So I end up waking up in another room, and it's this older lady that's a nurse, and she notices that I woke up crying because obviously like you're high, like you're high off drugs and you just got surgery, you're in pain, you don't really know what's going on. You really just feel like you're fucking out of it. The older lady then proceeds to tell me that basically I was being dramatic and that I'm up and that I gave them the wrong phone number, so my mom won't be showing up for about 30
Guys, let's pump the brakes, right? Guys, what do I always say about nurses, right? Right, guys? They're supposed to be comforting and nurturing, but instead, here she is by herself in this friggin' hospital or this doctor's office, and these nurses are, I'ma kill your bitch ass, bitch! She said, yeah, my arm hurts. Nurse says, I hope you die of AIDS, ho! Hey guys, look, her fingers look like sausage links, man. What, she has tattoos on her hands. She's doing all this work on her hair. Doing on a treadmill. You know what I'm saying?
30 to 40 more minutes because the whole time that they were like trying to wake me up, they were calling the wrong number. They were calling my number instead. I don't know how that might have happened. I don't recall putting the wrong number, but whatever. So another red flag, they actually woke me up on my back, which if you know anything about BBLs, you're not supposed to lay on your butt for about 6 to 8 weeks. I woke up on my butt. So not only am I like emotionally distraught, I'm also on my butt, which hurts because you go from having a regular sized ass to this ginormous ass. So laying on it was super painful. Anyways, my mom ends up showing up. She picks me up. They put me in the back of the car and we drive to a family member's house, which I had to stay at because at that point, my Airbnb, I had already had to check out. So we get to my family member's house. They live on the second floor. And another thing they don't tell you is like, be careful after surgery. You might be super dizzy. I was so dizzy, I almost passed out. I had to literally like speed walk to the couch so that I didn't fucking pass out after surgery.
Imagine her fainting, guys. And you have to catch this thing right here, guys. You have to catch her. Good luck.
So all of that was my BBL process. Now we're going to talk about what happened a few months later. So a few months later, I noticed that my body wasn't really healing properly. So I ended up calling them and I'm like, hey, is there any way like the surgeon can call me because I feel like I look weird. I started to notice that the swelling on my stomach wasn't going down. Either it wasn't going down or it just wasn't swollen. It was just fat that just wasn't taken out. Just for reference, I'm going to show you guys my body right now. So you guys know that I'm not fucking lying. So this is my stomach.
Guys, look at that. She got surgery to look like that. Yo, guys.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
She risked her life for this. Fuck you guys. Absolutely insane.
Almost 2 years after surgery, I've always had this pudge. If you ask me, it looks like I did not get surgery. I look very natural, but really like, be fucking for real. I look like I never got surgery. And before anyone asks, yes, I have gained weight, but I've literally only gained 4 pounds since surgery. So I end up hitting them up and I'm like, hey, my stomach just looks really weird. Like, is there any way I can speak to the surgeon? Maybe come back in, like something, please? They tell me, yes, absolutely. Like the surgeon wants to see you immediately. Please be here next week. He wants to talk to you. Y'all, so I drive from Orlando to Miami. That's a 4-hour drive. And I was only 3 months post-op, so I was still using my BBL pillow. I was still in a faja, and I had to make that fucking long-ass drive by myself. So I get there immediately. They take care of me. I go into a little room, and the surgeon comes in, and he's like, hey, like, what's going on? I tell him, listen, like, my stomach looks really bad. I still look pretty much like I didn't get any surgery. And at this point, my butt still looked pretty good. But over time, my butt gets really bad. So just stay with me. So basically, he just tells me, oh, like, that's normal. You're just swollen. I pretty much...
Guys, why do they take so fucking long to get to the fucking point? Jesus Christ. Guys, if you don't know, she's been talking for 6 minutes. And it feels like we've been here for a year. Why can't they just get to the goddamn point?
Don't consider revisions until a year post-op. So if you still have this issue in a year, please reach back out. And I did. So I reached the year mark and I still look super bad. My stomach still looks super big. And my butt started to get really, really, really fucking pointy. So I'm like, hey, I'm a year post-op and my body still looks really bad. And now my butt is starting to look really bad. Is there any way I can talk to you guys? You guys, it took them 3 months to get back to me. And when they did get back to me, they said, oh, don't worry. Like, we're going to get our revision team in contact with you, blah, 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 blah. Bitch, ain't no damn such thing as no damn revision department. So I wait another 6 months, still haven't heard from the revision department. And finally, I messaged them again. I'm like, hey, haven't heard back. Any update? They're like, oh, yeah, like, don't worry. You know, we're going to get back to you. It's just that we have so many patients, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, maybe they haven't forgot about me. Like, I'm still keeping the hope alive.
Come on, look at
Another,
that.
like, 3-4 months pass. I still haven't heard back from them. At this point, I had put a Google review because they don't answer the phone. They stopped answering my DMs. And I put the review in hopes that they would see it and possibly get back to me. Y'all, nothing. So I ended up sending them a long ass email basically telling them like, someone needs to fucking get in contact with me. I sent them so many pictures of me naked. Obviously, I can't show you guys those on TikTok, but just know it's bad. Like, I got a very botched BBL, and that's just the fucking truth. So after I send them the pictures and everything, someone calls me almost immediately. They call, they apologize. They're like, hey, we're gonna get in contact with you, blah, blah, blah. Also, I forgot to mention in the email, I did threaten to sue them because I'm like, ain't no motherfucking way. I'm almost 2 years post-op and I'm still having issues with you guys. Just get in contact with me. That's all I'm asking. So after me threatening them a little bit, they get in contact with me. They're being super like apologetic and they're being so nice and blah, blah, blah. Yes, we're going to get somebody in contact with you. Blah, blah, blah. We are so sorry. Guys, after that conversation, I never heard back from them.
Look at
So
that.
in 2 months, it will make 2 years since I got surgery and I still have not heard anything back from them. I still haven't gotten a revision, and yeah, so that's the final part of the story. Please be careful who you go to in Miami. Honestly, once you pay and once you get your body done, good luck, because they don't give a fuck about what's gonna happen to you after.
You think?
I really hope that if you're watching this, you can really take this into
blah 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 blah. Guys, if she honestly thinks that this is gonna stop any of these 304s from getting surgery,
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
look at that, guys. She has 228 comments. This girl says, please tell me what clinic this is. I'm scheduled for next month. Look at that. Someone says, thanks for sharing your story and keeping it real. This girl says, sometimes it takes more than one round to get your desired result. What? Well, then why even do it? Look at that. This girl says, me watching this 2 months before surgery. Thanks for the video. All these girls. And guys, this girl, first of all, I don't know why she's getting a BBL, right? She needs to lose some weight.
That's a huge bitch.
And what are they thinking, guys? They'd rather risk their lives than get in the gym, do some squats, do some deadlifts, right? You know what I mean? What are you talking about? Guys, I don't feel bad for him. She spent thousands of dollars just to permanently mess her body up, right? You know? Vanity, right? Being vain. Why? You know? Insane. And guys, are hashtags. Hashtag BBL experience. Hashtag BBL nightmare. Hashtag bad BBL. Hashtag botched BBL. Hashtag Miami BBL. Guys, the only thing that I could say was that's the equivalent of this back in the day was when guys had those calf implants they were getting. Guys, let me know in the comments if you know guys that got calf implants. I know one guy, who actually went and got calf implants.
Some people are really fucking stupid.
Right? Or that ab sculpting that you see some guys getting now because I want abs, bro. So, all right, you guys. AJ, I appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, and guys, I'm out of here. Have a good one.